Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the past, I've dabbled in a little bit of makeup work, especially special effects. I did like a Mad Alice from Alice in Wonderland where my mouth was all sewed up, actually inspired by Melanie Martinez's song Mad Hatter. And that was really fun. And then I did a clown, but it was special effects makeup. I've also done just glitter clown, stuff like that. So it's been a while, but in light of Halloween season, I thought I would give it a try. And I'm not really sure what I'm going for, but I have these rhinestones, so if I did like the clown triangles, I could sort of do them around it and make more cutesy. I don't usually wear foundation or any of that unless it's like for a special event anyways. I think I'm gonna go straight into eyeshadow. I don't really care about brands. I know some people are very brand oriented. Literally all my stuff is from different brands, so don't come for me. If you have any recommendations, let me know, but I'm a broke girl and I take what I can get. This is my favorite makeup palette. I think my mom literally got it for me off Amazon. You can tell it's my favorite when it looks tremendously disgusting. I'm thinking I want to do a fun color like pink or purple or blue, but I don't want to do blue because I don't want to look like Captain Spaulding. I'm leaning towards purple or pink, or maybe both. Apparently I need to get a little mirror because I don't have one. I have this wireless charger that has a tiny little mirror on it. It's gonna have to work. I'm gonna start off with white, put it as a base. In my last video, I talked about your guys' paranormal stories, shared a few of my own. Realized I left out a really big one of my stories. I wanted to talk about it on here. If you haven't checked out my last video, go check out my last video. I'm studying to become a veterinarian. I'm in college right now for pre-veterinary, and yeah. So I went to a career center for animal care and management before this, and while studying there, I had a job at a local vet clinic. I worked as a kennel assistant, so taking care of the animals. I also had an internship and an externship there. As a assistant, I would take care of the animals. So for dogs, I would walk and I would feed and make sure they had water, same with cats. There were times where I would be in the clinic at night. Well, in the evening, I should say. The evening was pretty creepy, so to speak. So the vet clinic used to be a farm. Before that, I don't really know. I think maybe a house. It's old. Obviously, it's a vet clinic, so there's obviously been animals that have passed there. So it's always been pretty spooky, and I've always joked that I thought it was haunted. Aside from noises, I never really had too much I look crazy. I never really had too much of an actual experience there. And sometimes, especially starting out, I would work with somebody, so it would be okay. But one night, I was working by myself, and it was in the fall, so therefore it got dark quicker. So it was already dark, and it was literally like 5 minutes left of my shift. So I went up to the middle section of my building because in the back is where the animals were kept, and then in the front is where I would leave. I went towards the middle of the building because that's where there's a counter and I would set my stuff there, and I was finished with everything. So I am on my phone, and all of a sudden in the surgery room, I start hearing what sounds like when you give CPR or like compressions. So if you were giving compressions to something on a hard surface. I heard a machine sort of go beep, like longer and drawn out. It's the surgery room. There's machines in there. I'm trying to like not freak out, so I'm like, maybe a machine went off for whatever reason, even though I know what compressions sound like. But I was trying to play it off. I was trying to just get out of there because I was freaked out. I was like, I'm gonna grab my stuff and start going to the front and just locking the building. As an assistant, I had to text a tech and let them know that I was leaving and that everything was good, everything's locked up. So I'm like, I can just leave for the next like 3 or so minutes I have left. I can text them from my car that I'm leaving and then skedaddle. So I walk up to the front, and it's not uncommon to get phone calls even though it's at night and we're closed. And the phone rang when I got up to the front, which is the front desk. I wasn't too worried, but I was still on edge. I don't know why I decided to peek at the phone like log to see like what name would pop up, because even though we're closed, we usually have a name pop up. Like sometimes we'll have other clinics call or patients call. Usually there's a name. So I looked, and it's the first time I've ever seen no caller ID. I have never seen a no caller ID pop up on our phones, and it was very weird after what had just happened. So I was sort of freaking out more. And not to say that it could have been just a random caller, but under the circumstances and what I just heard, to then get a call that's a no caller ID, I was just a little bit freaking out, but the call could have been completely unrelated. So I walk up the building and I get in my car because I was like, I'm getting out of here. This is creepy. My car was, I backed into my spot. So if I looked in my rear view, I would see front area of the building or into the building where the desk is and where the phone is that just rang. And I go to buckle my seatbelt, and I don't know why, my brain decides to look in the rearview mirror. I look up, and where the desk is, I see a set of glowing green eyes. I have never put my car in drive so fast before. I went to the end of the entrance of the parking lot, texted the tech. Yeah, I drove out of there. Back in the day, they used to do overnight shifts working with the animals, and the coworker I was telling said that the head tech that used to, stay overnight when they had those hours, she also believes the building's haunted and has experienced things. I am loving that it's fall. Fall is my favorite season. Just because the weather's cooler, I can wear more of my favorite clothing. Like, I love wearing sweaters and sweatshirts. I love pumpkin flavored things. I love chai tea lattes because I love tea and I don't like coffee. So when pumpkin flavoring is out, I like to get pumpkin chai tea lattes. So I love pumpkin bread, pumpkin rolls. In the summer or spring, I like to get more of fruity flavored drinks. The only coffee that I drink is French vanillas because my 8th grade year, I lived with my grandma to finish out my 8th grade year because my mom moved. And my grandpa would make me French vanillas in the morning. I kind of learned to tolerate it, even though I would tell him, Grandpa, I don't drink coffee. I don't know why you're waking up every morning when I'm going to school and making me coffee because I don't drink it. I wouldn't ask for it, but if my grandpa made me one, I would definitely drink it because I love him. I've been listening to my fall playlist. If you guys have any recommendations for songs to listen to for fall, because I'm always looking for more music. I love getting music recommendations. Some songs that I've been listening to for fall is literally anything from The Nightmare Before Christmas and anything from The Corpse Bride because perfect for this time of the year. Who Is She by iMonster. And I don't know what iMonster put in that song, but I love that song. And another song that I really like this time of the year is Lana Del Rey's Season of the Witch because, of course, stuck in my head for fall is Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. I also really like this song, I'm probably going to butcher the name, but Childish Gambino. But I really like their song Zombie, and I feel like it's perfect for Halloween time. Rob Zombie perfect artist for this time of the year. Living Dead Girl, Dracula. Back to movies. I did mention The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know it's a big argument for people. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Halloween movie? I just want to say, in my family, as somebody grown up watching it, I think it's both. And I will watch it for both. Or there's been years where I watched it for one. Any movie made by Tim Burton is perfect for Halloween or fall. And my favorite, and I rewatch it every year, is The Corpse Bride. And it's always been my favorite since I've been like 6. And now it's blowing up all over the internet. And when things blow up, I really don't like to make them my favorite, but I love Corpse Bride. Always been my favorite, or one of my favorite Tim Burton movies. I really like Alice in Wonderland. Anything like horror movies, horror element, perfect for Halloween, perfect for fall. I will say my favorite scary movies are It, whether it's the old ones or the new ones. I love the plot, I love the friendship theme with it. The new ones, the second part where they're adults, I don't want to spoil it, but that one literally destroyed me. I literally cried. Really good movie. Recommend. And I heard they're making a show. I will be watching. I also really like the Chucky movies and the Chucky series because Chucky's just funny. In the series, I do like the character dynamic, the friendship. I love the Scream franchise. I watched the first one years ago and I thought it was okay. And then I rewatched it a couple years ago. Loved it. Some of the movies really just were like, what was the point of this? Since they had the same characters, it was fine. With the new ones with Jenna Ortega, I feel like they're dragging it along a little bit. Don't get me wrong, love Jenna Ortega, but they're dragging it on for a long time. The Halloween franchise. But yeah, any horror movie is literally perfect for Halloween time. Watch scary movies. Or if you're more into calmer pace, more friendly, watch Tim Burton. I guess more girly pop horror movies, you could say, is I love Jennifer's Body. There's a movie about a bride, and come to find out, her groom's family does hide and seek, and turns out the hide and seek is them literally hunting her down. Good movie. Or if you're not into music, you're not into watching things, there is plenty of books you can read to get into the holiday spirit. Really anything, murder mystery, sci-fi, like all those sort of books are really good. If you're into romance, paranormal, or supernatural, vampires, whatever, perfect for around this time. So if you like to read that sort of stuff. There is a book that I really like, one of my actual favorites, and I have read a lot of books about a girl that falls in love with a ghost. She moves to like Scotland, I think. She moves into this castle, and there's a ghost boy there. He's not dead. He had a curse put on him, and she falls in love with him, and yeah. I don't want to spoil the book. It's called Forevermore. Another really good book series is by Simon Holt, called The Devouring, and it's a 3-book series. It's about these creatures that inhabit your body, and this girl, her brother's body becomes inhabited, so she goes on this mission in the first book to save him. Other 2 books, these things just battling them, so it's got horror elements to it. There's a little bit of romance, I guess you could say mystery, action too. It's time to do gems, and then I want to do lipstick. I have eyeshadow all over this thing. I feel like Barney and Ronald McDonald had a baby. Because I can definitely yap if I'm comfortable with you, and it's about a topic that I really care about. I can definitely be quiet, especially if I'm not comfortable with you, or I'm very focused. I just realized that this Goodwill $4 sticker has been on here the entire time. I'm gonna attempt to do gems. And I literally got these gems from the Dollar Tree. I'm using freaking eye primer to make it stick, and it's working. Okay, I finally got all my gems on. this is the final and complete look.
If all rings in the middle of the night, my body yells, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy, do you know you're still number one? But girls, they wanna have fun.
So I know I did the clown makeup, but I'm going over to Halloween bingo. But it's really cold and late, so I want it to be simple. So I'm wearing my cow onesie. I want to attempt some sort of cow eyeshadow or makeup look, so that's what I'm gonna do. Starting off with white as my base again. And I think I want to start off with a darker shade of pink and then get lighter. I'm definitely not the best at makeup, but I still try. Since it doesn't look like it's darker in the crease and doesn't give that illusion that I want, I'm going in with like a darker pink, almost purple tone. Okay, now I'm gonna clean it up with a makeup wipe. So can we talk about how cute my Nightmare Before Christmas brush is? I have some other ones too. My mom got it for me last Christmas in a set. Take black and just try to make spots. I'm not in love with it, but it's not bad. Okay, now I'm gonna do eyeliner and hope it looks good. I kind of wonder how it would look if I took pink over the black. This is the best I could do to dilute it a little bit. It's fine. I'm gonna have my glasses on. This was kind of a fail. Whatever. And that's the final cow look. Thank you so much for watching my video.